ask them what they're fighting for. You know, I went to fight for the Vietnamese people against communism. In the movie Platoon, William Dafoe was sitting out there at night and Charlie Sheen asked him, do you think that this is what we're doing here is right? And William Dafoe says, if you would ask me that back in 1969, I would have said yes. He said, but now I just don't know. I don't know what this is about, you know, and that's what, it didn't take me long to realize that something was terribly wrong here, that, again, I couldn't understand why we were doing the things that we were doing to these people and burning their villages and killing their animals and some of them raping the women and doing unbelievable things. A lot of people, oh no, that never happened. Yes, it did. It happened, man, you know. But it didn't take you long to realize that you were fighting to stay alive. That's what you were fighting for. You were fighting for your brother here and your brother there. And there's just one Vietnam veteran named Richard Demas. He was a sergeant. He was in Korea, supply sergeant in Korea. Lived like a king, he said. And he traded stuff for everything. He had a wonderful time in Korea. He pissed someone off and ended up getting orders to Vietnam. So now he gets to Vietnam and he's a sergeant. You know, so they put him as a sergeant in a combat zone. He said, I didn't know what to do. I had no idea what was going on. He said, I called the men together and told them, hey man, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. They said, hey, listen, Sarge, we will tell you, we will teach you what to do and how to do it, when to do it. And your main job is to keep as many of us alive as possible. Richard said, okay. And he took that job seriously. There was times where they wanted you to do things that you knew were wrong. You knew that's crazy, man. You're gonna get us killed doing that stuff. You know, so they wouldn't do it. I tell the story about how they'd send us out on these ambushes. I mean, you get out there 300 meters and you get hit. You got 300 meters to run back to where you're at. So we wouldn't. We'd sit right on the other side of the fence, man. Just be there, you know. All kinds of things. I remember one time we had this new lieutenant who came in, and he was telling us all about what we were going to do and this and that. I remember watching squad leader Murner, and as the lieutenant was talking, Murner was going like, you know, we ain't doing that stuff, you know, and that was the kind of thing. It didn't take you long to realize why I'm here. I'm here to stay alive. I'm here to make it back home, if I can make it. And I'm here to see as many of my brothers can make it back home as possible. You know, we, especially as combat veterans, guys, no matter where your combat was, no matter what you did, it altered us, changed us forever. We will never be the same. You know, some of us have learned to stuff it way deep down inside and you don't ever want to think about it again because you're afraid that if you start thinking about it that it'll take you away, and that does happen. There's been incidents where people all of a sudden 40 years later they just bam, it changed them. But the greatest support we have is our families, the people who love us, the people who care about us, our children. My son, my younger son, understands me. There's times where we've been together and we're walking and it's like, son, see that over there? Said, kind of looks like an ambush site, son. Walk a little further. Look down. There's a piece of string laying across the trail. Son, wait a minute. See that string? He looks at me, hey Dad, this is not Vietnam, man. You know, come on, we're in the redwoods. And it's like, you have to realize that. You have to say, it's like, oh yeah, you're right. This is not Vietnam. This is not Afghanistan. This is not Iraq. And if I don't want to alienate all the people who love me, all the people who can really help me, I have to help myself. I remember I was in one therapy group and the therapist said to us, do you know the greatest support that you guys have? It's each other. It's your brother veterans. That is the greatest support you have. If you're having a bad day, call one of your brother veterans. Talk to him on the phone. Tell him how you're feeling, man. You know, he'll help you get through it. You never know. He might be going through the same thing that you're going through. And through the years, I find that to be true. I call my corpsman who lives in Maine. You know, I'm watching this movie, Tour of Duty, and it brings back all these memories and these images in my mind. And I pick up the phone and I call Doc. Hey Doc, man, I was just watching this program. Yeah, Larry, you know, I remember, brother, when they did this or they did that, you know, and hey, brother, you have a great day. Thank you, brother, you too. Those are the kinds of things that help to ground you, to bring you back to that was then.